What happens when two of the world's oldest civilizations, two of the planet's biggest populations, and two of Asia's strongest economies begin to warm up after years of ice-cold relations? India and China are not just neighbors. They are rivals, partners, and reluctant allies, all rolled into one. And right now, the story is shifting in a way that could redraw Asia's future. For years, India-China relations were dominated by mistrust. The bloody Galwan clash of 2020 left scars that seemed permanent. Trade kept flowing, over $115 billion in annual trade, but politically, it was a freeze. Direct flights were suspended, summits were frosty. The border became a pressure cooker. But fast forward to this past month, the headlines are strikingly different. For the first time in 3 years, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi visited New Delhi. Prime Minister Modi met him, describing the ties as stable, predictable, and constructive. That phrase alone would have sounded impossible just a year ago. Concrete steps are piling up. Direct flights between the two countries are set to resume, making it easier for students, businesses, and families who've been cut off since the pandemic. Trade routes are reopening. India and China even agreed to go back to aspects of their 2005 border management agreement, a sign they are trying to put in place guardrails to stop future clashes. One headline captured the mood. From direct flights to trade, talks yield broad breakthroughs. Even Chinese diplomats are emphasizing partnership instead of confrontation. One Chinese envoy even told reporters that Beijing stands firm with New Delhi against the bully US. That's not just rhetoric. It shows how Washington's tariffs and strategic posturing are pushing Beijing and Delhi to find common ground. Why is this happening now? A few reasons. First, the US factor. With the Trump administration pushing steep tariffs and pressure campaigns, both India and China are recalculating. They don't want to be isolated. Second, the economy. India has become the fastest-growing large economy. China, meanwhile, is facing slower growth and wants new stability in Asia to protect its trade routes. Third, the region. From Pakistan to the South China Sea, instability is spreading. Both Delhi and Beijing know that another border flare-up would weaken them at the very moment they need to look strong internationally. Think about this. Just weeks ago, India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval sat down with Wang Yi, and instead of trading accusations, they shook hands on a return to a 20-year-old agreement. In another moment, Jai Shankar, India's foreign minister, was pressed by the Chinese side to avoid dealings with Taiwan. Instead of sparking a shouting match, the conversation stayed diplomatic, almost businesslike. Compare that to 2021, when meetings ended with angry walkouts. If this momentum continues, the opportunities are huge. Direct flights could mean tens of thousands of students returning to Chinese universities and new tourism corridors opening up. Trade could deepen, not just in raw goods, but in technology and green energy, areas where both sides see massive potential. India might gain leverage with the West by showing it has options, while China could find in India a stable partner to balance against US and European pressure. At a regional level, cooperation in forums like the SCO could mean joint positions on global trade rules, climate, and even security. Imagine the political weight of India and China walking into the G20 or the UN with a shared stance. That would shift the balance of global negotiations. But let's be real. This story is not smooth sailing. The border dispute remains unresolved. Troops are still face-to-face in Ladakh, and one spark could reignite conflict. There's deep suspicion in India about China's Belt and Road projects, especially as they run through Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. And India's closer ties with the US, Japan, and the Quad mean Delhi won't fully pivot towards Beijing anytime soon. Public opinion is another hurdle. Indian media often paints China as untrustworthy, while Chinese outlets highlight India's closeness to Washington. Building trust between governments is one thing. Changing national moods is far harder. So where are we headed? Analysts are calling it a cold peace. Not friendship, but not hostility either. Think of two wary giants learning to walk side by side without stepping on each other's toes. The next few months will be critical. Modi is expected to visit China for the first time in years, and Xi Jinping could beat him at the SCO summit. If those talks hold, 2025 might go down as the year Asia's two great powers hit the reset button. So, Will India and China become partners shaping Asia's future? Or will old rivalries and borderlines drag them back into conflict? The pieces are moving fast, and the whole world is watching. Because when elephants and dragons start to dance, the ground beneath them shakes.